I'm Jenny, a 23-year-old graduate currently living in London, and in January I set myself the challenge of signing up to my very first triathlon. Here's the medal. I've literally just completed it a few hours ago and I wanted to tell you the story. It all started as a bit of a crazy New Year's resolution. I was talking to a friend who recommended the Hampton Triathlon. This one's perfect for beginners because it's a sprint distance, which means the run, cycle and swim are all shorter than normal, and also it's based in a heated outdoor pool. Sounds lovely. I'm currently 12 hours out and I'm cycling through Richmond Park on my way to Hannah's house. At this stage, I was honestly so nervous for the triathlon, but I just kept on trying to make sure I had a nice evening. I will be sharing some tips at the end of this video so that if you are a first-time triathlete, hopefully you're a bit less nervous than I was. Okie dokie, so as I said, I have never done a triathlon before, so who knows what I'm meant to be packing, but in case it's of interest, I thought I'd share with you what I'm taking for tomorrow. So starting with the swim, I've got a towel, a swim hat and some goggles. Triathlon suit by my boyfriend's mom. Shout out to you, Pippa, thank you ever so much. I've got that and I've got a normal swimming costume just to put underneath there. Got myself some thermal socks, cycle jacket, and then just leggings, bike pump, bike toolkit, and then I've just got a casual t-shirt. 2 lights with me, a front light and a back light, and then I've also got a pair of cycle gloves. And then moving on to the run, I've got my running shoes, a pair of running socks. I've also got a pair of normal socks just for afterwards, a hat, some deodorant, blister plasters, protein bar and some Vaseline. So yeah, this is my packing for the day. T-minus 7 hours until triathlon, so I'm going to try and get a decent night's sleep over here, a glass of water, and then wake up ready to go. It is so early, oh my gosh. I'm going to try and be quiet because I don't really want to wake people up. T-minus 1 hour. Currently 5:30. Hannah's just walked me to the end of the road. Thank you very much, Hannah. And I'm cycling on my way to the pool. Hopefully all is good. Take 2. I forgot to pick up my coat. So after arriving at the triathlon for the second time, I then had to set up my bike on the stands. Now I had no idea what I was doing here, so I was literally just copying everybody else, but pasted my bike in the stand, placed a towel over the top of my top bar and put my helmet on the side, and then I got my 2 pairs of shoes out and just laid out my clothes on the ground. At this stage it was actually really lovely to be talking to the other athletes, triathletes, whatever you call them, because they were all so helpful. I literally just made it clear to people that I was a first timer and asked them what I should be doing. It was also really lovely because I was next to this person called Jane. She was just amazing. She was also a first timer of a similar age. We then had a briefing for about 5 minutes just telling us what to do, and then we headed over to the pool. I was there, me and Jane were talking, and then went into the pool and boom, I was off. It was 12 lengths. We had to do down a length, up a length, and then duck underneath the sort of ropes. Did that, got out, ran to the timing chip, and then it was off to the cycle. A 20-kilometre sort of trip around Hampton. This trip was good. It's so toasty. Yeah. Good. So nice. How are you feeling? Feeling good. That was faster than I thought I could cycle. My time for the bike ended up being just over 40 minutes, so I'm so happy for that. Joe and Hannah were there to cheer me on through the transition between the cycle and the run, and that was so lovely. But I think at one stage I did get a bit distracted because I left the transition phase with my helmet still on. I was like, hang on a second, my head feels weird. So I had to quickly run back and put that by my bike, but I think it's only like 10-15 seconds that I wasted there, so not too bad. At that stage, my friend, or the girl that I'd met on the day, she like overtook me then, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to try and chase her back on the run. But we did. I was high-fiving people as we were running. You're not allowed to listen to music, so it's just like, it's just your own brain that you're listening to. But my brain today was just saying, go on Jenny, keep on going, you've got this, keep on pushing, this is what you've been training for. That was hard. I'm really happy with my time, did sub 24 minutes for the whole run. It was like 23:30 or something. Ended, got a medal, went back to the house, had a bacon sandwich, thanks to Hannah, thank you. And Joe made us all smoothies. I'm gonna end this vlog, a bit of a roundup when I get back home, as to what I've learnt from this triathlon and some things I feel like I wasn't prepared on. And so if you're just about to do a triathlon, let me help you out with those tips. But yes, gotta cycle home first. Okay, so 5 tips if it's your very first triathlon. Tip number 1, bring a pair of flip-flops with you. I forgot this and my feet got cold and were a little bit painful walking to the pool, and I'm sure they would if it was a lake as well. Tip number 2, if you can get a dry robe, I think that's like a giant coat thing for after you go on a swim, that would be helpful, because I had to change in the car park, which was fine, but I just wasn't very good with using a towel and I think I might have flashed somebody. So save yourself the embarrassment, just get yourself a dry robe. I think tip number 3, also based on the transitions, practice those. I took ages on this. I took over 8 minutes between my swim and my cycle. So yeah, definitely practice that. Tip number 4 is the number that you're gonna have might be on this thing called a tri-bout. Let me just go see if I can find mine from downstairs. 1 second. Okay, brilliant, we're back. So a tri-bout is one of these things. You basically just safety pin your number on it, but this is important because whilst you're cycling, you need the number to be on the reverse of you, but whilst you're running, it should be on the front. So this just saves time because you can then just swoosh it instead of messing around with safety pins. And the final tip, and possibly the most important tip for training, is to do this thing called brick training. I only found out about this a week out from the triathlon, but I think that was just enough time. And so what is brick training? The purpose of brick training is because the transition from cycling to running uses 2 different types of muscle groups, and so your legs can feel like jelly if you get this transition wrong. So they suggest doing something like brick training, which is where you cycle around a block, get off and then run around the block and then get off and then cycle and then run and then cycle, blah 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 blah. I did this a couple of times and it just got me more used to that feeling of jelly legs, and like, you know, by not accelerating on that final mile of the cycle and actually decreasing your pace, that's gonna help you when it comes to the run. Anyway, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I've had such an amazing day doing the triathlon. I know this is a bit of a sporadic vlog, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway, and I'll catch you very soon. Bye guys!